Hi guys, I'm Bethany. I'm a professional acrobat and I'm going to take you through some handstand drills today. I've got Jamie here, he's in my social bubble. He's going to do some of the demonstrations so I can talk you through what's going on. So if we start with some mobilisation, if you just stand on one leg and you're just going to draw little circles with just your foot. And then taking it up to the knee. Apparently if you hold one of your ears it can help you to balance, I'm not sure if that's true. And then you're going to take your leg all the way out. And then bringing that leg back in. And taking it back into the knee, but the other way. And back down to just your toe. And then on the same, you're just going to let it swing really gently. Nice. And on the other side, draw circles with our foot. And up to your knee. And taking the leg out. And then bring it back in. And then hold it here. Back down to the foot. And then we're going to swing that leg out, nice and loose. Nice. And then planting both feet on the floor, just going to draw small circles with your hips. Nice and gentle. And then gradually letting them get bigger. And then let your chest go with it. And I'm going to move it away, starting big. And gradually with smaller. And little ones. Next, you're just going to take your arm across your body. You want to think about your shoulder just relaxing down so it's not like you're putting it across your body. And on the other side. And then you want to take one arm up. Just pushing your elbow. And you can move your hand on your back to feel where you need to stretch. And the other side. And the cheek. Okay, then both arms up. We're just going to draw little circles, or big circles backwards. You can bend your knees here if you want to, but you don't have to. Just do that. 2 more. And bring it. And then we're going to go to the front. Each side. And relax. Okay, next we're going to keep our bottom half facing forward and just let your top half twist. Keep your hips square. Arms are nice and relaxed. And then you can let your hips start to go with it. And it becomes a bigger movement, eventually your knees. And then reaching your hands down. Nice. Okay. Really gently take your head to one side. We're going to place one hand on top and use this arm to pull down. You should feel where's the right place for the stretch for you. And on the other side, the same. Right, and then just looking up. And gently looking down, you can put both hands on top of your head, but you're not pulling. And relax. Okay, we're going to go down to the mats now and just warm up our wrists. So if you start by just throwing some circles. And the other way. Nice. And then placing both hands onto the floor, you're going to peel them as if they're stuck to the floor. Peeling them off. If it feels like too much weight, you can sit back onto your knees like this. But if that's fine, come into this position. Okay, and then doing the same, but taking them out to the side. And then as far around as you can. You want to go. And then back around. Okay, and then sitting back on your knees, gently turning your wrists over. You don't need to push down too hard in this one. Okay, and then we're going to do hands flat on the floor, and you just want to lift the back of your hand to the heel of your hand. So let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And shake all of that out. You feeling warmed up? Great. Then we're going to start with some straddle leg lifts. So if you sit into a straddle position, which is sat on the floor with your legs apart, it doesn't matter how flexible you are. Like if you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's fine too. Whatever's good for you. So you want to place both Hands either side of your leg, like this. And the things you want to think about here is you don't want to be hunched over. Think about a flat back if your belly button's going towards your knee. Okay, and from here, we're going to lift the leg. That's it. So we would do 8 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Take a moment. And we're going to do 8 on the other side. So nice straight backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it should be burning. Then we're going to go for, what do you reckon? 8 in the middle? Let's do 8 in the middle. 8 in the middle. So it's exactly the same. You're just going to place your hands both in the middle and lift both legs at the same time. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. Get your hip flexors warmed up. Okay, the next one we're going to do, Jamie's going to show you. So you want to start with your knees in between your hands. That's it, and then you're going to push your bow up to the sky, straight legs. Nice, and slowly lowering back down. That's it. Let's go for 8 of these. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one, 8. Really nice. If that hurts your feet, you can do a variation where you go onto your toes. So it's exactly the same, but you just tuck your toes under. You just do 1. Yeah, like that. And that's fine too. Excellent. Next, we've got straddle slidings. So for this one, things that you want to think about is when you're in the position, is letting your shoulders come forward, okay? Because a lot of the muscles that we're working is learning to brace this bit. Okay. So you're going to start with your hands on the floor, straight legs, take your legs apart. That's it. Letting the weight come forward onto your shoulders in that position, sucking up your core and sliding in. Lovely. And again. That's it, the weight really comes forward when you do it. You got one more? It's harder than it is. Okay, next we're going to, sounds a bit strange, but we're going to practice our shape lying down. So things that you want to think about when you're there is that your shoulders are open, but your ribs are in. So you want to be in this. This is the position that you're aiming for. Jamie will show you.
One back, one.
Let's start on back. So you can see Jamie's ribs are in, his shoulders are open, he's looking at his hands. It's almost a dish, but a really flat dish. Okay, so hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice. Let's do 3 sets of 5 seconds. We'll do one more. Ready for the fish? 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Have a little moment to breathe. Breathing's good. People always forget to breathe in handstands. Alright, last push. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And then we're going to do it on front too. So the things that you want to think about here is that you're sucking your ribs under exactly as you would in the handstand, so they're not actually, there's actually a gap here, okay? And your bum's tight, and you're looking at your hands. Okay, and relax. Nice. Okay, let's go for a push. 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. And it's good to keep looking at your hands the whole time. Okay, last push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The most difficult lying down. Okay, the next one is up against the wall, so you might want to wear shoes for it. It's up to you how you feel. So to get into the shape, you need to sit with your back straight up against the wall and your legs straight, and wherever your feet are, that's where you want your hands to be in this shape. Okay? And also, if you put your arms up, wherever your hands are, that's where you want your feet to be. That's how you know you're going to be in a right angle. Okay? So, if you haven't done this one before, I would recommend just going into that shape and seeing what it feels like and seeing how long you can hold it for. Do you want to show me the shape? So this is your right angle shape. Okay, so as I said, if you haven't done it before, just practice that shape. If you have done it before, the drill is that you're moving your shoulders forward and sucking your core up and everything back in. Perfect. What you want to make sure you're not doing in that position is going the other way, so pushing backwards. That's not good. Okay, I don't think we need the mats anymore. Next, we're going to do some gorilla steps. So, what you want to think about in gorilla steps, so you place your hands on the floor. Okay, and then the same as you were on the straddle slide in, so you want to let all of your weight come forward onto your hands. And then slowly moving your feet. If you have to jump, that's fine. Nice and more. Lovely. Yeah, it might be that, because it's quite difficult at the start, you might get the push forward, but have to jump your legs back, and that's fine, because you're still working on these bits. Could we do some forwards as well? Yeah. So if you're doing them forwards, it's exactly the same movement, but you start with your hands slightly further away, and just moving your feet forward. Lush. Next, we're going to go for some bunny hops.
Small, medium, high?
Just do some small ones for this week. So you just want to place your hands on the floor and jumping in a tuck shape. Nice and simple. Great. Before we're upside down, I think a really important thing to learn is how to twist out, because I think a lot of the fear of handstands is that you're going to go over. So when you know how to twist out, it takes that away. So when you're up in your handstand and you feel like you're falling down, what you need to do is move one of your hands as if you're kind of going into a cartwheel. It sounds a bit complicated, but it comes very naturally. So you're just moving one of your hands, and then the rest of your body will follow. You could change that. So as you start to fold, one of the hands moves, And your legs come around the corner. Could you do another one? Yeah. Look for the hand. Start to fall over. There we go. So, keep that in mind when we're going through the next few things. The next thing we're going to do is a flutter kick. So you're just going to come onto your hands. When you're going into the handstand, you want to think about a nice deep lunge into it, and you're placing your hands on the floor. You're not throwing yourself down like this, like swooping into it. Okay, so we're just going to do some flutter kicks. So you go into it like that, and then just raising one leg. Do another one? Come on, up here. Lovely. So we're not trying to hold the shape, we're just lifting one leg and floating back down, looking for that light movement. The next thing, you want for the next thing? Yeah. Yes. The next thing that we're going to go for is a half handstand. So you're going to, same as a flutter kick, so when you're going into it, you're going to nice deep lunge into it, placing your hands onto the floor. You're going to lift one leg up to the top, but the other leg's going to stay here. But you still want to think about pointing your toes and straightening both legs so you can be in that. Nice. So this leg is staying straight, not trying to move that. Do a couple more. Really nice. Can you see how he's pointing both his toes, pulling his legs long from the moment they leave the floor? Lovely. And then the last thing that we've got to try is the whole handstand. That's the whole thing. So if you keep in mind for twisting out, in fact, I think it's quite good to make yourself sometimes deliberately twist out when you're learning, just so you can feel what it's like. But then, yeah, just have a practice of your whole handstand, which look like this. You can see that Jamie's got his ribs tucked under, and that's just now his shoulders are open, his toes are pointed, everything's tight. Beautiful. I think that's all of our handstand drills for today. Thanks guys. We've got a class every Tuesday at 6 o'clock, which is going to be online, and then we'll be at Ministry of Fitness.